What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and today I'd like to maybe, if possible, try Relic out. There's not a lot I haven't tried in the new update, at least inscription wise. Relic is the last thing, basically. Also, I guess I haven't technically tried Rapidity, and also I discovered yesterday during a live stream that maybe I had Brawl pegged wrong. Maybe Brawl is a 2 inscription investment and not a 4 inscription investment. Because yesterday on stream I did an inscription, actually, you know what, let's take Pikeman. Forward rush, I actually don't want that ability. I did a 2 inscription Brawl run, and it was actually pretty solid. So, I think fully investing into Brawl is probably a mistake. But maybe minimum investing into Brawl just to get the 2 inscription thing is the way you go with it. So there's a few things I'd be interested in trying out on this build. Let's grab Gargoyle. What a weird start to a run. I don't exactly know what I'm setting myself up for here. Maybe a dash run, maybe a basic attack Gargoyle run. Who knows? And it could literally be none of those things. That's always the good thing about starting a run. However, taking Gargoyle was I don't know why that came to me, but it did, and I'm just going with what popped into my head, I guess, no matter how dumb it is. Also, I wanted to see if you could pass forward march onto your allies in the last episode. Let's see if you can do it here. I have to wait till it pops back up into my usability. And let's be careful about letting this guy pop off with too many Cannoneers. Cannoneer Dark Elites can really get out of control if you let them. As you guys can probably see, it's kind of already starting to happen. After I'm not going to use or try and pass forward march onto an ally while there's enemies alive, so let's wait till we're done with that. But in the last episode I used forward march because of the shield glitch where you can pass common shield skull's concentration skill onto allies. I want to see if you can pass forward rush on the allies. You can. It works. Look down there. Devs? You can't use it with Gargoyle, though, is the funny thing. But it works. Devs, you guys have an issue with allowing common skulls to pass their buffs on. How many things is this a thing on? How many common passive buffs are there? We need to start thinking about this. But as you saw, maybe we can actually pick it up on a skull where it's usable. But you can pass that on and use it on other skulls. That is wild. I'm trying to think of all the common buffs that there are. There probably aren't a ton. Back in the day, we had tetanus on sword, but that's not a thing anymore. Maybe it's only these. Okay, that's an ability swapper. I'm gonna let her out, but I'm not gonna use her. That is very interesting. Yeah, I don't think... I literally can't think of any for the record. Let's grab this just in case for a relic run. Though that's not a very good relic item, honestly. Most of the time on your relic runs, you don't have this by the end of the run. Because why would you need stun or crit % on a relic run? I don't know why they gave that stat to the, like, back when they gave the common status items extra stats. I don't know why the relic stun item got crit. There's not a lot of reason you would want those stats on either of those archetypes, honestly. Maybe it's because they couldn't think of anything else to give it, which is pretty funny. Alright, let's see if we can get a skull that you can actually use your dash on. I'm trying to think, what would forward rush or forward march even be good on? Genie, I suppose. I wonder how that interacts with tackle dashers. And how long does it last? 8 seconds. That's not bad. I don't know. Maybe it's actually somewhat usable. I don't know. I don't know if this is... I'm not going to turn this into a run where I pass forward march onto an ally, I think. That's not the goal, at least. Okay, we can use it on this, so let's grab this. Also, we should just take the Predator anyway, because he's the Predator, and we got him in Act 1. But watch this. Wild. That is wild that this works. That is very interesting. Southpaw. Oh, Southpaw. Don't tell them, guys. Don't tell them. They will take it away from us. And this is fun. Like, this is a glitch where it's like, I'm just over here having fun, bro. Okay. This changes things. I'm just kind of considering. I mean, yes, I take that. I take that. We could build mix from here. We could build, actually, we could build spirits too. Let's buy treasure. This is slowly but surely becoming a very strange run. Don't know what to make of it. I have almost nothing to support. Like, I have 2 incredible items here, but nothing to currently support what I've built so far. We even got Flame Dragon. I didn't even acknowledge that at the time, but Flame Dragon's a nice get too, honestly. Okay, I'm going to see if I can knock her out with forward march when she starts her ult. She might start here. Yep. I actually didn't get her. I'm kind of shocked, though it didn't matter because we got the power of Predator to make up for it. Also, look at her. She's like floating in the air. The mage's final trick. Levitation, even in death. I'll take that. Maybe we could do, what is this run? I'm sitting here thinking maybe I could do a masterpiece run. Why is my brain going to all these weird places? I got Predator in the early game. I got freaking Stone of the Air in Act 1. And Elementalist Blessing for a potential fairy run. Very interesting stuff happening here. I could even do like a magic or even mixed damage pikeman dash build. Who knows? Crit Predator, where I give him invisible knife and we do damage through that. I'm just coming up. I'm cooking over here, guys. As they say, I am cooking. Coming up with some crazy stuff. Which, by the way, all these things I'm saying are weird, but I promise you they'd work. These are builds that would work. And also, Spirit's Predator could also just be a thing. You can pretty much take any skull you want and put spirits on it, and the build will work. So, that's just the power of the spirits, I suppose. Lots of recruits showing up. Get him. The power of Flame Dragon. Gotta love it. Also, this could be an excuse to use Manatech. Because keep in mind, Manatech is a 1 of 3 now. And one of the skulls that always benefited the most from old Manatech was Predator. Because skill casting speed is very powerful on this guy. We out? Yes, we are. We are on to the shop. What's in the... Ooh. Okay, we got spirits down here. Probably going to go to the legendary. Holy Footsteps was there. Freeze, huh? I also have this. I'm going to take this. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm in so many different directions, but I've given myself a lot of opportunities here. Like, we are swinging wide, and it's going to be hard to miss on one of these build archetypes I've started here. One of these is going to end up doing something eventually. It has to, right? It has to. But normally I'm very, it's not even a normally thing. You should not build wide on Skull. You should always try and be very, you should always try and solidify a run build, at least by the end of Act 2, I would say. But generally by the Liana Sisters, you should have something that you're doing. But in Act 1, it's not as big of a deal, so I can afford to do this crazy shit here. Which this is very crazy. This is some wacky shit. Like, I am kind of kooky today, I guess. This is very uncharacteristic of me. But if I thought it was going to lose me the run, I would not be doing it. So this has the Haxa stamp of approval. Okay, that's precisely what I was hoping I would see. Is this item right here. Is that what I want to get rid of? No, it's not. I want to get rid of this. Because this gives me Manatech. It's fun. They indirectly buffed the Manatech cogwheel, which was already a fine item. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. But now it just instantly gives you Arson and Manatech, which is just nuts. Excuse me. Had to burp. Like I said, I always keep it real with you guys. I had to burp there. But at least I mute, right? I don't burp in your guys' ears most of the time. I mute because I'm kind. Kind like that. Alright, how's this Yiggy gonna go? I think it might be a little slow going. A little bit. But I'm not worried about it. I think it's going to work out. I don't think I have any chance of losing my life here or anything crazy, but it will be slow going. Ooh, stretch it out. I ain't worried about him. One good thing is, like, normally I'm not a fan of this windmill ability, but it's fine right now for hitting Yiggy at least. And we did get my favorite ability, which is what's it called again? Whirlwind. Spinning ambush is, I always call it windmill, and then I get it confused with whirlwind. Wonderful. This is going faster than I thought it would. I think that's just because of the raw power of Predator, honestly. That's Predator in a nutshell, basically. Very strong skull, does a lot of damage. Base damage is very high. Okay, no ult, which is lucky. See if I can get some freezes here. This could be a nice opportunity to go rapidity. If we end up going the freeze route, get our basic attack real high, and get lots of in-air attacks with our gargoyle and get some freeze going, that could be fun. That could be interesting. What do we have here? Oh, we have Fulgent on, and also Hope Slasher. Call me crazy. Actually, if we're going freeze, I should take this. Fulgent on, I suppose, will be the pick. Get rid of this. It's looking more and more like we're going a magic route here. Though it's still okay. What are these curses? I'll take both of them. What a start, dude. Melanophobia and Shyness, which Shyness is going to be pretty scary, but I think we have the stuff to handle it. I ain't that scared, which is maybe foolish of me. That would be a penance. Oh man, I pressed the SWAT button, but it didn't work. I gotta be very cautious of pretty much any Dark Elite I see, because they are now super powered, and if they're in a big crowd of enemies, they're even more super powered thanks to Shyness. Which is probably one of the scarier curses that you can take in the early game, but I think it'll pay off. It's basically like picking an Omen, so we essentially have Omen 1 in rooms now. Leave it to him. Fulgent, where is that at? That popped off up here? Too early, too. If it had just popped off a little later, it could have gotten all these guys with it. Did I say we have Heirloom? And it's on... Well, I don't know if we'll keep this. We more than likely won't, because now we're going a freeze route. But I guess there's the free spirit, but... Holding on to Absolute Zero and spirits at the same time is like a hefty toll to pay, basically. It's a lot to, it's a lot of item slots to dedicate to potential non-damage, because you're not going to get wisdom with spirits And you're also not going to get, like, artifacts, so... This, you know, the Elemental's Blessing is damage, but you're missing out on those vital inscriptions. Which is arguably not worth it. But also arguably worth it. Did I pick up my... Yes, I did. Okay, I just want to make sure people would lose their minds. Haxa, you forgot a treasure chest at 12:30 in the video timestamp. I just wanted to remind you that you forgot a treasure chest. Haxa, you're fucking up, buddy. Let's see if I can get some rapidity, maybe. Not this, though. I could take this. Get a dwarf going? Sure, fuck it, dwarf. Why not? I don't think so. Ooh, this is what I was thinking to do earlier in the run. But it's honestly probably spreading my strategies pretty thin at that point. Kind of want to take this. But I need freeze, but I'll also buy that anyways. I'll also buy this, I'm a sucker. Why'd I do that? I don't know. I guess that's fine for a shop. I don't think I can afford a pedestal. Cannot. Just barely can, but I can't. Okay, excuse me again. That's what I get for eating before I record a video. Never again. It really is a mistake to eat before I record. It always makes our recording process way fucking harder. Another Gatling gun, fine. Go ahead. I'm committed to dwarf farming. You can't stop me. You can't bully me away from this. I'm going to dwarf farm. Much to my audience's dismay. Like, Hacks, we fucking hate when you play dwarf, dude. You spend like 8,000 years in one room. But you can't stop me. I'm a dwarf stan and I always will be. And we're far behind, you know? We got this dwarf in Act 2. A rarity. Normally, if I'm doing dwarf, I have him by the end of Act 1. No, Fulgent Dawn! You fucking kill stealer. Also, third recruit of the run. We're gonna keep tallies moving forward of how many dwarfs I see. Probably gonna be a lot. The game kind of likes to pile on. Whenever I'm seeing like a lot of one particular item or skull, the game is like, you know what? How about 50 of those? Every other room. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be this crazy with my dwarf farming. Not at the detriment of the build itself. Like, I don't want to get the run killed because I'm dwarf farming. I ain't that crazy. This is good. This is prime dwarf, though. Even against Gatling gunners. No! God, Jesus Christ, bro. Unbelievable. Fulgent Dawn, you're not being a team player right now. Just work with me a little bit, dude, please. Is it so much to ask? Now, you know, boss arenas are different. You know, boss arenas you don't even gotta try. That's free dwarf farming. And whenever there's like a cleric, it's even better because she heals, which means, you know, even more time to just farm dwarf. However, let's not be stupid about this. She's gonna ult, which I guess I'm not that upset about. More dwarf. I mean, I'm not happy about it, but there's a silver lining. Okay, let's not be stupid. How many times am I going to say that this episode? Probably a lot, honestly. This guy is probably just going to be too hard to farm dwarf on a ton because he is all over the place. Oh my god, he won't stop. What? Oh, okay, slowness is fucking me a little bit there. And we're out. Rough, but we're through it. Act 2 adventures aren't so bad. You can afford to screw around a little bit. And also, I was very much hoping I'd see this. Rare moment where I trade out the Predator. But I can imagine you guys will agree with that. Because it's pretty smart. Alright, I think we're committed to these skulls. The problem is, moving forward, it's going to be a little hard to use. The Gargoyle is going to get sidelined pretty quickly here, I would imagine. Frost Skull on a Frost run. It just makes sense. I'll try and use the Gargoyle as much as possible, but... I'd like to get Naias' Heart if I'm going to be doing a freeze run. Because that item got changed. It got buffed in the patch. It now does more damage, which is actually pretty nice for freeze runs. They kind of have a little problems in that department without Glacier Breaker or... without Glacier Breaker or Cat Ice, which we have Glacier Breaker, so I guess it ain't such a big deal now, but... I'd still like to try it on this build. You fools. They thought they had me there. You know they thought it too. They're like, we got him on the ropes! No, you don't. But it's cute that you thought you did. Very cute. Y'all are adorable, really. Well, I have only seen 4 Dark Elites. What is happening? Game? Where the hell are the Dark Elites? Also, we have a dupe chance here. I got a lot to think about. Oh, we can juggle, actually. Well, in that case, that changes a lot. Time to juggle. For anyone who's... Ooh, that's really... Oh, I'm actually taking this. This got... For one, this got buffed in the patch, but also, it's very good on our Gargoyle. Time to break our heirloom, because I'm not taking spirits at this point. Anyways, the highest dupe item slots are, from what I understand, 2, 5, and 9. So let's set up our item slots to be the things we want. And even then, other dupes can happen for the record. And honestly, I'd rather have the Elemental's Blessing and the Insignia duped than the sword. So let's get rid of the sword here. These are... Actually, no. There we go. 2, 5, 9. Is that right? Actually, what am I saying? I'd be a fucking lunatic to not do this. There we go. 2, 5, 9. Let's try it. Still could be anything, but that's the highest percent chance, to my knowledge. What's it gonna be? 2, 5, 9, baby. All you gotta do is ask. Now this goes. So that's double Fulgent Dawn. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that. Also, they aligned perfectly there. Very interesting. Probably because I dropped the Fulgent before I duped it, so it like reset the cooldown on it. Okay, now all of a sudden our Gargoyle feels like his in-air attacks are solid. It's instantly stacked to full? Oh, wow, dude. 5 seconds on this item makes it so much better. Like, we have good attack speed right now without having to actually invest in rapidity. So it's like very highly stacked stats. Pollutant Flask. Yeah, it is very easy to use this item now. It used to be, I think it stacked up to 10, and it was much like, man, they actually giga buffed this item in my opinion. It didn't seem like a solid buff, but honestly it is. This is like very good. What could this Prince's box be? Nothing we want. That's a Balrog. Not gonna take it, but look at it. It's up there, it's chilling, it's hanging out. Don't think we take this, though. I guess we could. We could get our wisdom back like this. Or, I mean, our heirloom back. Sure. Let me buy Manatech 3. I want to see how this feels. Manatech 3 is, like, in my opinion, low-key, probably one of the sleeper buffs of the update. Like, it feels very good on the skulls I've used it on. Look at how fast his casting speed is now. That honestly makes these skills not feel even that bad. It won't affect Petrify that much. Let's see how it affects Frost Skull. Yeah, that's very good. Do not sleep on the power of Manatech 3. It's so much easier to get now. Like, honestly, Manatech 3, very, very good. God, dude, it's so good. So many change, like this. I've said this already, but in my opinion, this patch is way more interesting than the last one. Even though it seemed on the surface when I was first reading the patch notes to be a much less impactful patch, just because there wasn't skull changes. Skull changes are overrated. This is like truly, like very huge changes to the game. Slowly but surely, the devs are turning in this. Wow, my stutter. They're turning this into like one of my, like, indisputed greatest games of all time. And obviously I'm biased, but I do already think it's one of the GOAT rogues. And I don't know, man. I'm just slowly but surely becoming I can't deny it. Like, this is one of the greatest games of all time. The devs know what they're doing in a very good way. Alright. Might have to pause the recording here in a moment. When I get done with the Allowance Sisters, because it's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to people out there. Celebrate your mothers. And I got stuff I gotta do today. But it won't affect you guys. It'll just be one of those after the boot moments, and I'll be like immediately back for you guys. But I got stuff I can actually do today, which is exciting. I'm going to treat this fight the way I always do it. Like, I'm going to take it very seriously. Because I respect the Leon Sisters way too much. They're scary. Leave them to it. Gotta be very careful with Fulgent Dawn. 2 Fulgent Dawn blasts attacking them both at the same time does enormous damage. Please be the short-haired sister. It is, alright, but I'm not going to kill her. We haven't done enough damage to her yet, in my opinion, to justify it. Oh, never mind, I'm going to kill her. Will that even lower the second sister's HP? This might not be enough. I think it's just barely enough, but we're not going to get a lot of HP off of phase 2. Yeah, it was just barely enough. Okay, make sure I'm careful about the all-screen slash move. God, that does so much damage. Yeah, here it comes. Respect the Leona Sisters, and then you get through it very easily. Wonderful. Ooh, stretch. I think I can keep going. For a little bit. I'll see if I can get to the shop. I don't want to pause the recording just yet. I don't think I care about this. Our strategies are built in such a way that I don't think I can afford to take something like that. So let me break it for money. Our next shop will be very good. Now I have to decide what I want to do with the rest of my remaining core quartz. Cat Ice would be so good. I'm going to build this, and I'm going to hold off on taking any last slot just in case Cat Ice shows up. At least for a while. We can't upgrade one of these skulls yet, so let's be on our way. It's going to be hard to awaken the Dwarf from here, honestly. Like, Dwarf is going to be a tough thing to do, but I think I can do it. The run's about to pop off in a major way. There we go. Maybe I can take an Omen to make this very interesting. We're kind of starting to approach free win territory already. with that melanophobia and shyness, we got there very, very quickly. Get him. Just beat the shit out of him, Dwarf. You got some catching up to do. You're behind, bro. Fucking Frieza down here. Maybe I can go to the adventure. I just want to get as much of this recording done right now. I don't like leaving and coming back to a recording because it throws me off a little bit. Forget what I'm doing. This could be a time to pivot away from what I'm doing with this dwarf. Take a succubus. Probably wise, honestly. Succubus is solid. Obviously, everyone knows this. Sorry, dwarf. It's not your day, buddy. It almost was, and then the run just completely shifted gears. Oh yeah, I forget, I don't have Dwarf anymore. So I don't have to worry about pushing my quintessence button all the time. You thought you had me, dude, but you didn't. Nice try, though. It was close. If anything, by the way, I know people will probably say what is it? The thing that reapplies statuses, the dark ability. What's it called again? Why am I forgetting the name of it? Anyways, I'm holding out for Cat Ice. If I don't get Cat Ice, I'll take it. Relapse. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot Relapse, but I didn't talk about Relapse in that segment, but I did trust me, it was on my mind. But Cat Ice would be way better. I'm looking for the Giga Freeze run. If we can get that, that'd be so wild. This could be a time to swap off of Gargoyle. Okay, sorry. I do have to go in a minute. Artifact. Wait, why am I looking at? I'm just thrown off because I gotta hurry. Gargoyle or Archlich. I kind of want to keep Gargoyle because of this. But honestly, let's take Lich. Lich is more interesting. Obviously, and it even has the chain. What is this called? I always call it Chain Gel. Prison of the Damned. Chain Gel is just my Hunter x Hunter fan brain leaking out, I guess. It should be called Chain Gel. That would be a nice reference. Ow, Jesus Christ. Okay, I took a lot there. Never underestimate. Oh, actually, do we have the freeze? Ooh, I should look for the freeze Archlich ability. I wasn't even considering that, but that's like a interesting use case. I almost never use that ability. I think it's his worst one, but we could actually make some use of it. I'm not going to take Sin. Obviously, it'd be dumb if I did, but I'm going to unleash Sin here. So, or at least, you know, let out the Druid and take the item. But Sin would not help me here. There's really no use case for it. You know, Freeze is an exclusively magic status, so no point. And it's adventure time. 69 HP is fine for this. We're strong enough, especially with the Succubus Quintessence, I think, to not have to worry about this fight. Also, I should use my... I have such a problem in this game of never using my up attacks. But don't worry, I used it. Use our inner attacks. Wait, did someone ult? I think she almost ulted. That's actually shocking. There we go. Wonderful. All right, once I get into the next room, I'll pause the recording. You guys will know the drill. Or if you're new here, you won't know what the drill is. But sometimes I have to pause the recording in the middle of it. And whenever I do that, we do the boop method where, you know, I'll be back after the boop. Oh my god, of course I see Yaksha here. Can Yaksha show up on a run where I can use him, please? Anyways, I'm not going to even bother upgrading things because I'll have to do it again when I get back. So, be right back. I'll be right back after the boop. The boop method is very simple. The boop happens and then the run continues. So, boop. All right, just like that. I tell you guys, the boop method works. We're back. It's been a couple hours, but I think I still remember pretty well what this run's doing. Shockingly enough, It's doing frost things. We're freezing our enemies. And also we have double Fulgent Dawn. And Act 1, Stone of the Air. Yep, it's pretty crazy. Though there are some things I think I should change moving forward. For one, I want to get Absolute 0-4. Maybe could stand to ditch this, maybe? I don't know, though. Because I like the Manatech 3 seems very nice. The casting speed, I remember, was doing a shit ton for me. Also, what just happened with that skill? Am I tripping, or was that... Did that, like, hit the enemy, like, 4 times? Charging leaves behind glacial spikes. Yeah, why did it seem like it dealt damage, like, 4 times? I don't... Let's see if that happens again the next time we use it. Because I didn't think that's how that skill's supposed to work. And nothing in the description says anything about that, so... Item room. We have a lot of money on this build. Don't know why. Maybe it's just high rolling the doors. I'm telling people, like, most of the time, a run, like, can really highly depend on whether or not you've high rolled or low rolled your doors with how your resources are working, basically. A lot of the time, people might not understand why they feel like they're poorer than they normally would be, but that's just because you high rolled or low rolled your doors. It plays such a huge role on runs, and I don't think a lot of newer players especially recognize it when it's happening. Okay. Naias' Heart is like something I really, really want on this run, so let's see if we can get lucky and get it. No. No. Probably. Having Mutant 1 is just good. However, how do we fit it? We have Artifact 3. 1, 2. Okay, actually. Simple. We delete this. What? Get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. You're an NPC. You stand there and you look pretty. There we go. Not a bad shot. Still no sign of Heart of Naias, which I don't like, but, you know, it ain't that big of a deal. I've noticed we haven't gotten, like, the multi-activation on that skill again. I don't even know what was happening there, honestly. Actually, you know what it probably was? It was probably Glacier Breaker. And multiple procs of freeze. In fact, that's probably what it was. In fact, that is almost certainly what it was. Also, we have really high uptime on our... Oh, actually, we have the ability swap. Let's see if we can get the freeze ability here. I'd like to fully commit to the freeze stuff. Perfect. But we did lose the Prison of the Damned. But that's fine, honestly. I don't care that much. I want freeze. Like, how often do you get to play freeze Lich? Almost never. And also, this skill's, like, underrated in my opinion. The one that activates almost instantly. It's very nice. I'm just gonna start using the... What is it even called again? Death Trap, yeah. Back in the day, that used to be on a skill button for any new players. Those were the days, man. That's when Lich was, like, unanimously considered one of the best skills in the game. And for whatever reasons, the devs took it away. Makes me sad even thinking about it. One more Frieza for the road, I guess. We've had to fight a lot of Friezas this act. Maybe it's because we're on a freeze run. That was a good one. Frieza, freeze, runs. God, I'm funny. I'm funny. And that's what people are here for, the jokes. Glad I could provide the good ones. The good ones for you guys, you know? That's what I'm here for. Hopefully you guys are having a good Mother's Day, by the way. My day was pretty good, but obviously it's not about me. Hopefully my mom had a good Mother's Day. She said she did. Went out to a nice dinner, which is not something we get to do very often, so it's always nice when we do it. Alright. Let's make sure we have our death trap up for this Chimera fight coming up. Should be good to go, hopefully. Yeah, okay, it'll be up. It'll be up. This is one of the reasons why I say that ARCHLICH is secretly one of those skulls that you sometimes can justify not swapping a lot on. Because the longer you're not out as your... also, holy shit, we just bursted down the Chimera big time. That would, I think, be the Glacier Breaker popping off. And now it's only going to get easier because she is lower than 60% HP, which means our execute is activated. Jesus Christ. Double Fulgent Dawn goes so hard. Excuse me real quick. I have an ICY from Burger King. Did you guys know that Burger King has delicious ICYs? I'm not sponsored, by the way. This is not like a hashtag ad. It'd be funny if it was, though. But it ain't. Alas. They don't know I exist. But I love their ICYs. If you've never had a Burger King ICY, you should get one. I'm still holding out for Cat Ice. Let's continue that trend. We don't need to take anything until Act 4, or 5, I should say. Now we scale our damage? Probably, yeah. I mean, I am a damage fiend, okay? I admit it. Right now, you could easily justify scaling my abilities first. Or my skill cooldown, I should say. But I'm scaling my damage. Because look at this. I want 1k. I want it. Also, we're at 5 here? We're supposed to be at 4. So something strange has happened. So, yeah, Yiggy, 2 Leona, and a Chimera. So we double killed one of the enemies. Which is a thing that happens often in Skul the Hero Slayer. But that just means we're doing a ton of damage. So, like, you know what? This run's popping off. Also, we have Death Trap up. This is definitely a gameplay aspect where I could stand to have a lot of improvement, is noticing when I have my down attacks up on my skulls and using them more often. Except for the Frost Skull down attack, which is not very good. Actually, really, most of the down attacks in this game are bad, but certainly Death Trap is good. And if anyone's wondering what down attack means, I'm just talking about like when a skull has like one of these down plus attack things on it. Which if you, oh, that's a up, or really just any button plus attack, because Death Trap's up plus attack, and Frost Skulls is down plus attack. A lot of people didn't even know that the Frost Skull has that, which is pretty funny, but it does. It makes them do like a little extra special attack that deals more damage to frozen enemies. It's not really bad, it's just cumbersome to use it. Like, it does decent damage, but with how cumbersome it is to activate it, you don't get a lot of opportunities to do so. And I don't blame people for not knowing it exists, because it's like one of those features where it's like, he does enough damage without it. Like, there's not a lot of utility in doing it. Out of my face. God, dude. I'm, like, Manatech 3, I keep wanting to say 4, but it's Manatech 3. Manatech 3 feels very powerful. With how easy it is to get it now, like old Manatech 4 was very hard to get, but Manatech 3 is like very reasonable. You can get it on a lot of runs, especially physical runs, because there's way more good physical Manatech items than there are good magic Manatech items. But you can very easily do both. Like, we're on a magic Manatech run right now. I don't like carrying this around though. I'd like to get something a little better potentially. The Manatech staff would be nice. Excuse me. My allergies are all effed up because I went outside for a long time. Ooh, there it is. Heart of Naias. Even has heritage on it. And I can get absolute 0-4 if I just get rid of something here. There's nothing super easy to get rid of though, is the problem. I have Manatech on a pedestal, so if I want to keep Manatech, I have to keep these. I really want it. But it's like, Jesus Christ. I guess I could just get rid of this. It's fine. I don't like it, but for the run, I'll do it. And maybe we can find good Manatech here. That's good artifact, but we already have all of our artifact on our Fulgent Dawns in the plural. which is very ridiculous. Ooh, if this was absolute 0, we could have dense absolute 0, ditch this. And then we'd be able to fit this, maybe? Nah, we actually wouldn't. I guess I'd free a pedestal. I just want to find a way to fit this, because it also gives me execute, which is very powerful. You almost have perfect inscriptions, though. It is what it is. I don't think we need to swap so much on this build that I'm going to really be missing that too awful much. Though that item sure is good. Absolute 04 is going to absolutely bang. I stopped myself there because I thought I was about to say absolute 0 is going to absolute 0. But I was actually going to drop a hot bar. And I stopped myself. I'm my worst enemy. My stutter always trips me up and makes me think I'm going to say something wrong. But I was going to say something so right there. Okay, dude, you need to go. I need to remind myself what absolute 04 does. And blast damage. Okay, yeah. It's good. It's worth carrying it. This got buffed, but I see no reason to ever take this. Ever. Like, this item fundamentally doesn't really do anything useful on freeze builds, in my opinion. It's just hard to justify it, sadly. Excuse me. Because on freeze runs, you're already kind of struggling with your damage percent a little bit. Status runs are always a balancing act of getting the right amount of your status and the right amount of damage to make this to make up for the item slots dedicated to the status. And a freeze item that doesn't scale your damage percent and makes you more defensive when freeze runs like don't really need defense. Just I don't know. They could buff it a million times over. And I still don't think in its current iteration it would be any value. It would need like a fundamental like overhaul to be useful in my opinion. So I'm not very interested in using it. Long story short. And the run's working. I'm actually not going to free the halfling. It could have been justified there, but what if we need it after this fight? Because it's the archer. She might just kill me, honestly. Though we do have extra amplification against her because she is a lone enemy with no friends. Hear that, archer? You have no friends. I don't know how much extra damage Naias is doing, though. Like, I want to get a good feel for it, but it's kind of hard. God, the archer sucks. All my homies hate her. Hell yeah. Okay, let's not die here at the end. Okay, we're fine. So much defense there, which is succubus, honestly. And that's bone shards. Don't mind if I do. Now we scale, after we do this, now we scale our cooldown. This run's going to get very strong. Like, this is going to pop off, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Which, by the way, even further increases your animation speed. So not only do we have Manatech 3 now boosting our skill casting speed, we also just have attack speed boosting it. So we're going to be Speedy Gonzalez. It's happening right now. Also, another chance at the halfling. I'm probably going to let her out here. I don't think it'll get that much better than this. And there's also a chance she doesn't show up again, so... Alright, halfling, you've done your time. You're free. Excuse me real quick. I want to make sure I drink as much of this icy before it just turns into a watered-down soda. Which, if you don't drink your ices quick enough, that's what they turn into. They're still delicious, though. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on my channel, but ices are my favorite. Like if there was like, I don't know, like even better than tea. Like if I was offered a tea, a coffee, or an icy, you know, the three drinks, of course. There are no other drinks. I would every single time take the icy. They're just that good. They're like the nectar of life for me. Oh my god. Fulgent Dawn destroying everything. When your Fulgent Dawns sync up, they deal so much fucking damage. I wish I had mutant again. Suddenly I'm missing the mutant. I just wanted to swap there and insta-kill. But it's fine. We got them anyways. God, we're doing so much damage. When freeze runs pop off, god damn do they pop off. However, I'm kind of starting to get of the opinion that bleed is worse than freeze even. I don't know, man. My experiences with wound and 1 point... Ooh, I could take this maybe? Nah, these are too good. Well, actually this could go, but then we lose our collection desire value. It's pretty good though. I would be losing only 25% damage. Actually, it's worth it. Excuse me, it's worth it, in my opinion. I was talking about you, Bleed, but I forgot what I was saying. I don't like you, though. I think you're the worst status, and you need help. 1074 versus... what? Do I have bone? Okay, that makes no sense. What? But I lose an heirloom. Oh, I don't have collection desire. Okay, never mind then. None of it fucking matters at all. I just assumed I had it. Which, a fair assumption on my part. I almost always do. But this is the rare exception. I guess our stats just got there anyway. Like, who needs collection desire on a build like this? Not me. And it's like, if I don't end up getting a curse in Act 4, I'm going to take relapse, not collection desire. So I'm just not going to have it on this build. It's like the rare time where it makes sense. Excuse me. Nothing can stop me now. I'm going to say it. Free win territory. We're there. Like, nothing can stop me. Except some bad freeze RNG, or not RNG, I guess. That's not the right word. Bad freeze gameplay on my part. If I, like, lock the hero into bad freeze moments and he comes out of the freeze and, like, attacks me a bunch of times, and that happens enough, I could lose the run. But, it is going to be enormously difficult for me to lose from here. Owie. Especially because our shyness is about to be exclusively a benefit, no longer like a downside. As soon as we beat Joan. Because it's like, those statues aren't going to kill me, right? Like, right? They can't possibly. I'm not going to activate my death trap until we get to the Joan fight, honestly. Because I don't believe I'd have it back up by the time we get to Joan. Hell yes. Alright, let me drink some of this icy real quick. And also, for the uninitiated, for ices, don't get the Coke icy. I know it's tempting. They're the worst ones. Get the cherry ones. And then, of course, sometimes Burger King has special flavors. Like, I think in June, starting in June, they'll have strawberry lemonade ices. Those are literally the best ices of all time. If you see the strawberry lemonade icy at Burger King, get that immediately, okay? You heard it here first. Burger King, I am literally the guy to sell your ices, okay? Contact me, I'll do it. I will preach to the rooftops that you guys have the best ices, and I'll mean it with all of my heart and soul, because you actually do have the best ices. Actually, that's not true. Theater ices are better, but like, goddamn, Burger King comes close. Like, if we're talking, and it's probably depending on the theater, but like, Burger King ices are very good, but then, of course, I don't know, man. Theater ices just hit different. And they're the actual icy brand, and there are differences. Anyways, it's Joan, guys. We're fighting Joan. I didn't stop her from summoning her orbs. Which I could have, but I just decided not to, I guess. God damn it, Joan. Why did you have to ult? Just let me out. You're embarrassing yourself. Jesus, Joan. Yummy. Alright, what's in the box? Probably nothing I want. Literally nothing I want. Like, except for this, but I'm not taking it. I'll take the max HP. Very BM book of, or Demonomicon there. Forbidden book. Very gross of you. How dare you. No cat ice, which is unfortunate. But Relapse is here. Now, now Glacier Breaker truly goes off. I don't think we max scale. We do. Nice. The 2 shrines that matter. We got him. Now our skill cooldown is pretty much instant. Well, that's not true. I wish it was. Maybe with Manatech it almost is. Like there's not a lot of downtime of not using our skills on this build. We have 10k too. I don't even know what to do with this 10k. 28 Melanophobia? Good lord. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Maybe I can find a better freeze item. Ooh, I did actually find a better freeze item. Yeah, because we don't have Soar. Oh, we do have Soar. Oh, we have Soar? But it doesn't matter. I'm not using Soar, so... No collection desire to make it really matter. So we ditch that. And we take the Purple Florp. And call that a done deal. Here's the build. The final build. And it's goddamn good. We're going to shred this hero. He's dead. Like, he's probably not been this dead in a while. We're in Giga Run territory, though I don't know if it's... I don't think we're in territory where we'll, like, kill him before he ults or anything like that. It's possible, but it's unlikely. Which is fine by me. I don't really care. All I care is that we're gonna destroy him. That last second Frost Witch's staff was a nice get. If only we'd seen the Manatech staff to really, to like do, excuse me, to do freeze shenanigans. Or, both staff shenanigans, I mean. Not having to carry this the whole run. Doesn't really matter that much, but it would have been a better item. Just to really max the run out. Alright, hero. You're done skis, bro. You got no chance. I'm just interested how quickly we'll kill you. We're in that territory. What? Oh, I'm the boy in the iceberg. I didn't know that for some reason. That's what I'm talking about with bad freeze moments, for the record. It's very possible for the hero to get frozen in a bad way that hurts you rather than helps you. Which is really common, honestly, with freeze. And we actually did stop him before he ulted. I did not expect that to happen. So we truly are in Giga territory here. Though I did use my death trap, so it's probably going to take longer to kill him here. Anyways, what's up, buddy? Time for our daily sparring. However, I'm going to keep it real with you, buddy. I don't see this going well for you. However, I do enjoy our sparrings. And also, after this, I get to play Red Dead Redemption. Which I'm almost done with. Or at least I'm almost done with the story. God, it's such a good game, guys. Which most people probably know. But if you've never played Red Dead Redemption 2, you are missing out. It's a masterpiece. But we're here to play Skul. Boom! Though don't spoil it in the comments. I'm only almost done with the story. I know there's an epilogue I have to get through, so... Spoilers be gone! Oh shit, I fucked up. I'm too distracted by how good Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Get him, Relapse. Get him, Relapse! Easy. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The classic. Freeze. People think it's bad, which I'm gonna keep it real. Freeze is really only truly good when you have this or Cat Ice, or both, if you're really lucky. Though you can still do freeze runs without this. This kind of enabled freeze outside of exclusively Glacier Breaker, and I don't know how much this was contributing, but they did buff the damage it does, so it might be better than it used to be. But this itself is enabling for freeze runs. But freeze runs only really ever pop off with Glacier Breaker. Anyways, how do I do this? Am I patient enough to wait for Death Trap? No, I'm not. Red Dead awaits. No! I almost got her. I was trying to get the succubus in the windscreen. GG's. Ooh, that's a nice pose, though, from the Lich. Look at his, like, robe flowing behind him. It looks pretty cool. Though nothing impressive about this victory screen. But this was certainly an impressive run. Double Fulgent Dawn at the beginning kind of just set us down the path. And from there, though, there are a few things that, like, this was for Gargoyle, and we got rid of the Gargoyle. But I was also very much enjoying Manatech, so I wanted to keep it. And we did keep it. And honestly, it wasn't bad. Well, this was not that good, but like the Manatech was good. Skill casting speed is very important. Like, I used to underestimate it a long time ago, and then I slowly started learning that, like, it's good on certain skulls. Manatech 4 I'm talking, but it's hard to get it. At least it was. But with Manatech being on 3 now, pretty much every run, if you want Manatech 3, you can get it. And trust me, it's very powerful. But always remember the Haxa fundamentals, okay? And I'll say them here. Damage percent is everything. If you do not have damage percent, you will lose your runs. Or your runs will be significantly harder. So, if you're going to go Manatech 3, generally, you have to have very dense damage. Like, I don't know, 2 Fulgent Dawns. And a Act 1 Stone of the Air that got an extra charge somehow. Though it does max out at, I think, 7, so... or it maxes out at 6, I think. Maybe 5, actually. So I think we were not getting the extra benefits regardless. Either way, if you're going to go strategies like this, what I've done on this build, you need dense damage. So, like, densely packed, Fulgent Dawn gives you 80%, and then the extra inscriptions. Stone of the Air giving me, like, 150 on its own. Stuff like that. And also Wisdom and Artifact themselves. And then you can kind of go a little crazier with your strats. So, like, Glacier Break, like, Freeze and Manatech together is not something you'll see often, but if you're lucky, you can make it happen. And also, of course, Melanophobia giving me stats as well. We just had tons and tons of dense stat gain on this run that just kind of made it pop. So, this was a very rare run and very enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself, although obviously distractions in real life kind of broke the run up a little bit for me, so that always kind of breaks my focus. But honestly, it was worth it because, you know, going out and doing stuff in real life is very important and fun and worth it. So, you know what? My Skul run was a little interrupted, but who cares? Who freaking cares? It's Mother's Day. And with that, ooh, get the stretch out. I'm going to go hang out with my nephew for a little bit, and then I'm going to play some Red Dead. Hopefully get through the story. I might be pulling a long night to see if I can actually get through the whole game. God, it's so fucking good, bro. Oh my god, and there's so much to do after as well. Oh god, now I might do like an asshole run, because obviously, if you make your Arthur Morgan dishonorable on your first run, what is wrong with you? But if you do like a second run of the game and then you make him like a humongous prick, then, you know, that's your prerogative. But on your first playthrough, your Arthur Morganberry we honored out of his ass. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm done here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.